I thought I'd give a quick overview of a tile saw. If you're not familiar with it, you don't have to own one of these. You can go out and rent them. They're real handy to make a tile countertop, a nice tile floor, or even tile on the wall. You can't beat a tile saw. It's just handy to have to make those intricate cuts that you need. There's other ways to do it, score and snap, and using a hand grinder with a diamond wheel. But really, a tile saw, that's the ticket. Let me go over it with you. All of my tools I like to have on a stand because I do a lot of off-site work, and they're just too heavy for me to want to carry around. So I like to always have a stand with my tools. But let me show you how I set it up. On this particular stand, what you do is you loosen up these knobs here. Tip it on down. Lay your back leg down. And just grab and lift with your legs, and it'll swing right out. And then all you have to do is secure those couplet turn knobs. Now what's nice is you have a table at waist height, and you can cut your tile very easily. Okay. The way a tile saw cuts is with an abrasive diamond wheel, and to keep it cool you need to use water, and it'll spray water down on the wheel and reduce the heat. And there's two ways to handle the pump. If you leave the pump in the tray and plug this little drain hole, you're going to get a slurry of tile cuttings, and it's going to burn out your pump prematurely. So to make your pump last a good while, what you want to do is submerge it into a 5-gallon bucket of clean, clear water that's outside of this slurry, and it'll just pick the water up and cool the wheel off for you. Another thing that you want to make sure that you're doing is have a grounded plug or a grounded outlet, because you are dealing with water and electricity. So let's get this thing started. Move the drain plug in the tray, and I put a waste bucket right here to catch the slurry mix. And the first thing you want to do is turn on the saw and wait till the water comes out. When you have the water out, magic marker works the best for marking things, but a wax pencil will do the same. Go ahead and mark where you want to cut something and slowly feed it in. Just like that. And it works just like a table saw. And it's so convenient. Instead of running back and forth from Home Depot or Lowe's to have your tile cut, just rent something like this for 40 or 50 bucks. And when you start doing tile layout, you're going to find out that it's physically demanding, but it's very easy to do. And it's going to allow you to do a lot of artwork in your tile. It's going to allow you to balance it off so that you don't have, a full tile, and then at the very end have a very narrow tile. What you do is you do the math on it, and then instead of having, a very short piece stuck in the corner, you can divide this and cut it off on both sides, so you won't even notice that the corners have been cut. Another thing, if you have repetitive cuts, say we wanted to make a bunch of tiles that were this wide, you can attach a fence. You can just slide along like that. What you can do with the saw off, bring it right up to it. Tighten your fence down. And now you can make repetitive cuts of that size. You can also use a device like this, which allows you to cut tile at a 45. Okay? Just decide where you want it, and it'll hold your tile for you. Make like a border if you wanted. Triangle up, triangle down, triangle up, and give yourself a little inexpensive accent row. And what's nice about having a tile saw on hand is pieces that would be kind of wasted, you can always use somewhere and just clean it up real quick with a squaring cut. There's also this tool, which I don't really use at all, but what it allows you to do is put a 45 bevel on the edge of the bottom when you make it cut like this, okay? But with a grout line and this and that, I don't really see it being necessary at all. And if you cut it like this, you can get a 45-degree sharp edge on the side. But again, I don't do that kind of tile work. If you're using very, very large tiles, this whole unit can be pushed back. This silt right here is why I don't like to put my pump into this tray. I like to keep it in fresh, clean water. And just make sure that you always have water in your bucket so that it's always cooling down the saw. That's all there is to it. And now you can go out and tile your countertops and your floors and your walls. Okay, when you're done, just make sure you unplug it, wash everything really well. And this tray comes out like this. And just take it over to the garden hose. And just make sure you have everything cleaned up so that you can use it the next time. That's a brief introduction to the tile saw. Very easy to use.